what a stupendous, amazing, exciting day it is. I finally have my very own copy of Root, a game of woodland might and right. This is my second last game that I wanted to get this year. I have ordered the other one that I want, Mikuoji. I'm not sure how to say it. My Japanese is not great. But it has been delayed by the supplier. Obviously, people are having a lot of issues in the world right now. And considering I'm in South Africa, at the very bottom of the world, it takes a while for stuff to get here. But it's ordered, so hopefully I will get it this year. But here is my Root, and this is like the last major board game I wanted to get this year. And so I've got it, and I'm so excited. It looks stunning. The box is smaller than I thought it would be. I don't know why I assumed it would be a bigger box, but I'm pretty sure they pack a lot in here. So let me take a look-see. I love the letters and the behind images. I know there's an actual word term for these, but I can't remember what it is. It is a game by Cole Whale, and art by Kyle Ferrin. And then on this side you have got the fox, 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus, 60 to 90 minutes by Leader Games. And then on this side is the bird, this side is, I believe that's the cat, and then we've got the raccoon for the Vagabond. And at the back, look at all of these prizes. It's like boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, Popular Mechanics and Smithsonian, all these wonderful awards and stuff. In Root, 2 to 4 intrepid players attempt to rule a fantastic forest kingdom in the ultimate asymmetric game of adventure and war. Play as Marquise de Cat, dominate the woods, extracting its riches and policing its inhabitants. The Eyrie Dynasties, regain control of the woods while keeping your squabbling court at bay. Woodland Alliance, gather supporters and coordinate revolts against the ruling regime. Vagabond, seek fame and fortune as you forge alliances and rivalries with the other players. Each game includes over 50 screen-printed wooden warriors, 2 different maps, and a robust walkthrough, so you can start playing in minutes. And this is the first, I have the first edition, 4th printing, 2019. So even though it is 2020, you know, obviously this was only made last year, and who can blame them for that, because 2020 has been quite the year for people. So now let's try get in here. Let's try make little holes here. The box feels like it's like very well packed, so I don't want to do some openings here and then have everything come crashing down around my face. Well, I mean, my face is nice and hidden out the way, so I'm sure it won't be that bad. But you know, we like to exaggerate. And once again, I think I've gotten a little bit out of practice with opening things, because it's been a couple of months since I was last able to open a card. Ooh, I like the box feel. It's that textured feel. Very nice. I do like me a textured box. And it's so bright and pretty, and it's a tight fit. And there we go. All right, okay, so we've got Walking Through Root, an extended example of playbook. Then we've got Learning to Play, so I'm guessing this is just basically, you know, what is everything, table of contents. What's the difference between this? Oh, this is extended example of play, obviously, blah, blah, blah. The Law of Root. Ooh, it is in there exactly. The Law of Root, using this book. Okay, so this is the reference rule book. Cool. Let's put those over there. And then, okay, so here we've got our player boards, and this is the Vagabond. Does it have, okay, yeah, it does have, so it's got the setup, playing, the Vagabonds, complexity and stuff, what you'll need, and then this is the board side that you're going to be looking at. Very nice. Then we've got the Eerie Dynasties, which is in the dark blue. And so obviously this looks a little bit different. Complexity low versus, I think this was moderate. Yeah. Aggression, moderate. Card wealth, moderate. Crafting ability, low. So aggression, high. Okay, so I mean, as it is an asymmetrical game, it just depends on what style you want to play with your first time, and then you can always change. So the Marquise de Cat, low complexity, moderate aggression. Okay. And then the Woodland Alliance, and that is complexity high, crafting ability high, aggression moderate. This rabbit, wow, that is something. Okay, so here is the map board. This, oh no, don't do that. And this is obviously the winter side. Oh wow, it's big. Okay, let me just move this momentarily so we can try to unwrap this, and it, oh wow, okay, this board is a lot bigger than, whoa, I thought it was gonna be, whoa, it's getting away from me, ah, let's see if we can, put it maybe like this, put it maybe like that. You can sort of see the edges, but this is quite a big board. It is, I mean, A2 nearly, because this is an A4 and A4 make A3, two A3s make an A2, so this is half an A1. That's quite big. Okay, so this is the winter board, and then that is the normal playing board. I don't think there's any difference in the like complexities. It's just a different look, a different feel. Wow, but this board to pack away. You know, I'm scared about my board splitting in the middle, so this is gonna try my ability to keep cool. Right, oh, now it looks like we've got some token punch outs, so I'll be able to do that. Some more token punch outs. Obviously that's for the crafting and the wood mills and the alliance tokens and the vagabond stuff, and then the mines you have to excavate and discover and explore. So that is very cool. Then we've got dice, and here we've got all of our little meatballs, and we've got some extra baggies, a baggie of baggies, I love it. And then here we have the cards, and that is it. And then it's got this wonderful insert. The box is also very nice and very colourful everywhere, and I think that is absolutely smashing. So let me, okay, well, since that's just a bag of baggies, let me put that there. Let's start with the dice. It was the first thing that I opened, and yes, this bag is very easy to just tear open, but I feel like today even I could get that wrong. Okay, so they are, I don't even know how many sides that is. You've only got 0 to 3, and I believe these are the combat dice. So when you want to combat another player, I don't know if it's you roll both dice or you roll one, they roll the other, but the higher number is yours and the lower number is theirs. It's just automatic. I can't remember what happens in case of a tie. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, just the same. But that these feel very nice, and they're quite heavy. They roll quite nicely. Just tasting it, I did get different numbers, so they're not rigged. Okay, and now let's look at, oh, these look so cute. So cute. Oh, so cute. Where is the vagabond? Okay, so the vagabond's in there. I know in like upgrade or deluxe edition or something, you can actually get different versions of the vagabond. Because this meeple obviously looks like the raccoon version, but there are different types of vagabonds you can play as, and I'm sure we'll see them soon in the cards. And then we have the little mice for the Woodland Alliance, the wonderful supporters. I believe the Woodland Alliance are like foxes and mice and rabbits, but I think this is a very cute meeple for them to have. And they feel very nice and light, not heavy at all. They kind of make a nice sound. Next baggie. I have to say these are very bright and attractive pieces to see, especially when you put them on the board. and it just brings the whole thing to life. Ooh. So there's the Eyrie Dynasty bird meeple and the Marquise de Cat orange meeple. This cat face is like the Bad Cat brand logo that I used to draw as a child in high school. Well, that's not very child, but high school, yeah, I used to draw the cat that looked exactly like that. So I feel like this is right up my alley. Okay, so then we've got the cards and the punch outs. Let me just do these. Also noticed on the back, some of them have got the reverse of the winter forest behind them, these big tokens, and I just thought that it was so cute. You also get a lot of extra white ones. Obviously they just didn't have enough things to fill this space, but I think it's kind of interesting that you can then maybe just even make your own tokens. That's something. And since I'm not 100% sure what every single one of these are right now, I'm just going to leave them and then look at them when it comes to the rule book. So let's move on to opening the cards, and then we can have a look at some more of this wonderful quirky artwork, if I can open them. I tried to go for the rip first and it just doesn't want to rip, so will this one be any better? That's a very obvious rip there. Good. Well, anyway. Okay, let's start. Overview. Okay, let's just start. Okay, so here we have one of the Eerie leaders. This is Move and Battle Commander. As attacker in battle, you deal an extra hit. Then this is another one you can have, the Despot. So this one looks like sort of a screech owl. This one is definitely a vulture. If you remove at least one enemy building or token in battle, score 1 point. This is a woodpecker. Ignore your disdain for trade when you craft. Oh, okay, so you'll be able to do something a little bit easier. Then you've got, I believe this is the American bald eagle, but I could be wrong. You place charismatic. You place 2 warriors, not 1, each time you recruit. Okay, and those, okay, yes. So in the back of these are the bird claws. So these are cards that are only applicable to the Eerie Dynasty. I see cards have got different colors. Oh, I am not sure what all of these are. Okay, let's just go. So we've got 2 loyal viziers, and they've got the blue for the birds, and they've got birds on the back. Then we've got, for the Vagabond, the different classes, the different options you can have. This is the Thief, which is the raccoon. Steal, take a random card from a player in your clearing, and they're the starting items you have. And on the back is this wonderful little dark woodland creature. So cute. Then you've got the Tinkerer, who is a beaver, day labor. Take a card from the discard pile matching your clearing. Then we've got the Ranger, who's a wolf. Hide out, repair 3 items, then immediately end daylight. Then this looks like a... Okay, so this is an overview for the Vagabond. Are they different for each one? No, they just look like the same thing. Vagabond scores points, etc. So that's just to help you out. Then we've got quest cards. So this is fundraising in a fox clearing, errand in a fox clearing, logistics help in a fox clearing, and the red obviously is indicating that it's a fox clearing. And at the back they've got this wonderful art of the raccoon in the forest with his walking stick. Then we've got the bunny quest card, so it's guard duty, errand, give a speech, fend off a bear, oh wow, expel bandits, Then we've got the light orange peach mouse. So expel bandits, guard duty, fend off a bear, escort, logistics, help. And then we've got a walkthrough card, board setup, and this is for the Vagabond. And then here we have got a walkthrough and card setup for the Marquise de Cat. And then here is some tips and tricks for the Marquise de Cat overview. I don't know why we have 4. Anyway, maybe each player gets one, so you know what's happening. Eyrie Dynasty, Vagabond, not Vagabond, Woodland Alliance. So there are their cards. Very, very cute illustrations. Okay, so now we come more to the card pack, and as you can see, the cards have got different colors depending on who is able to use them for what, but it's just so cute, the artwork style. And these all then have this 4-color back. The cards are actually very nice quality. They make this fun whoosh when you put them together. I don't know if this is like screen printing or whatnot, but they're thick and they're a really nice quality. Okay, then they're... Okay, these look like they're all for the Vagabond. So you've got dominance, dominance, okay. So these are obviously little special things that the Vagabond can do. And now I think really the only thing I can do now is have a look at the rule books. Don't think I need to go through this main one, which, you know, is pretty much just terminologies and all of the references, so I don't think I will need to do that one. And then I won't do the extended example of play because we'll hopefully just be able to get everything we need from this booklet. Okay, learning to play. Root is a fast-paced game of adventure and war. You will play as one of 4 factions vying to show that you are the most legitimate ruler of the vast woodland. Each turn is split into 3 phases: birdsong, daylight, and evening. Once you play through these phases in order, your turn ends and the player to your left begins their turn. The 3 phases are described in detail on each player's faction board. So, for example, this Woodland Alliance one, it says here in birdsong, you will revolt any number of times, then you will spread sympathy any number of times. When you finish with these options, you then go on to your daylight, which is, as you may take these actions any number of times: craft, mobilize, and train. And then your evening phase, military operations up to officers, and then draw 1 card plus 1 card per, I think that's a wild card or something showing, and discard down to 5 cards. And then that's what you do. And then Marquise de Cat has something else, the Eyrie Dynasty has something else, because it is asymmetric, so although you're all playing together, you all have different goals. So, the invading Marquise de Cat wishes to exploit the woodland using its vast resources to fuel her economic and military machine. She scores by constructing buildings. And so, these orange tokens are obviously for the Marquise de Cat. That, I think, is recruit. That is craft. That is sawmill. Sawmill. There's another one. That's just a cat. And here's some wood, some lumber. You know, I have seen people play this game, but it's always a little bit different when you just look at it and you're like, I'm not sure. This, I think, most likely is the Marquise de Cat victory point tracker. Then we've got what looks like just a cat, I'm not sure. This, I'm pretty sure, is recruit, so I don't know how that relates. This is to build sawmills, sawmill, so you will produce lumber. And then this is for crafting, and then I'm not sure about this wonderful castle, but obviously it means you control the area or something. The proud Eyrie Dynasties wished to reclaim the glory of their once great aristocracy and retake the woodland from the Marquis. They score each turn by building and protecting roosts in the woodland. So that, I'm pretty sure, is the roost token, and then there would be recruiting a player, as far as I can see, based on, and we lost one, based on what I can see. That seems to be it for the blue ones. Then the green ones, we've got this, which is, I think, the uprising. There you've got a little bunny supporter, and then here you've got different colours of the different clearings. Like there's the fox, there's the bunny, and that is pretty much it. So we've got the different colours, like this is the bunny area, and this is the fox area, and then there's one more, there we go, the mouse area. And then I think the Vagabond obviously has got the most, so there are these little mines that only he can excavate. And then he's got different items, so like there's a hammer, and when you turn it over, that means you've spent it, or it's broken and needs to be repaired or something like that. And he's got a little tea kettle, and he's got some boots, and he's got a tin of something, and he's got a rucksack, or a little bag of something. There's his victory token tracker, so cute. He's got a sword and a crossbow, so it just depends on what you get. The upstart Woodland Alliance wishes to unite the creatures of the forest and rise up against their oppressors. They score by spreading sympathy for their cause across the woodland. The wily Vagabond wishes to gain fame or infamy in the midst of this brewing conflict. He scores by completing quests for the creatures of the woodland and by aiding and harming the other factions. So then there's set up, play. So to set up, you take your boards and then the different VP tokens, VIP, wow. Deal the cards, place the runes, make an item supply, gather any of the other pieces like the faction overview cards, and then you set up your faction based on the board. So for example, this has got no setup, or maybe it does on the other end. Setup, there we go. Flip your board, draw 3 cards, blah blah blah. And depending on which board you play, you might have one roost as an Eyrie Dynasty, you might have a couple of wood mills and stuff as the Marquise de Cat. It all depends on who you're playing as. And then it describes moving around the map via the paths and the forest and then the clearings, how you're able to move, what the clearings do, a rundown of the cards. Birds are wild. The birds live in the treetops across the whole woodland, so you can always treat a bird card as a mouse, fox or rabbit card. However, if you must spend a bird card, you can't substitute a card of another suit. Let's say you want to act in a fox clearing. If the action said you must spend a matching card, you could spend a fox or a bird, since birds are wild. Then it deals with the crafting of the items. Marquis crafts with workshops, Eerie crafts with roosts, Alliance crafts with sympathy, and Vagabond crafts with hammers. Most cards have a second use. You can craft the card or gain its effect shown at the bottom. So, maybe not those. So for example, this one is a crossbow. Although it's a mouse one, it's also a crossbow, and it says crossbow, and you get 1 victory point, and then you discard the card. So that is how that one works. Whenever you craft an item, you score the victory points listed on the card. Battling. You can battle other players to remove their pieces from the map. When you battle, choose any clearing where you have warriors. You are the attacker, and you choose another faction with any pieces there as the defender. Roll 2 dice. The attacker deals hits equal to the higher roll, and the defender deals hits equal to the lower roll. However, each player can roll no more hits than their number of warriors in the clearing of battle. So if I've got 4 cats and 2 birds, and well, actually no, that won't work if I've got 5 birds and I roll a higher number, the higher number is 3. So I'll take away, no, this is a bad example. Let's do that maybe. And I'll take, so cat rolls, the highest number is 3, so we take away 3 birds. But the bird also rolls 3, but there's only 2 cats, so we can only take 2 cats. You don't go into the negatives. Extra hits. Some effects allow you to deal extra hits. Return the warriors to the supply. You score victory. Both players remove pieces at the same time. The player taking hits chooses which pieces to remove, but must remove all their own warriors in the clearing of battle before removing any of their own buildings or tokens there. Then we've got the ambush cards. That's very interesting. I had to know about the ambush. Very, very cool. Then it talks a bit about the Marquise de Cat and how their turn works. Then the Eyrie Dynasties. So the goal of the Marquise de Cat, you want to make lots of buildings, get lots of warrior tokens, and just keep control of the map. The keep of Marquise de Cat grants 2 special abilities while it is on the map. First, no one but the Marquis can place pieces in the clearing with the keep token. I'm pretty sure this castle one that we found was the keep token. Also, whenever Marquis warriors would be removed, the Marquis may call on her field hospitals, spending a card matching the warrior's clearing to place them back in the clearing with the keep token. Okay, so then it's sawmills, battle, march to move, recruit, build, overwork, spend a card to place 1 wood token at 1 sawmill in a clearing. Okay. Then you draw cards. So then the Eerie Dynasties, they rule a clearing even when tied for presence. However, their disdain for trade means they score less when crafting items. So then as the Eerie Dynasty, you have to create a decree. And so you have got recruit, move, battle, build, and this is your decree area. And if you cannot fulfill a decree, you get usurped and you have to pick a new leader and someone else comes in. So bird song, draw cards, add 1 or 2 cards to the decree, only 1 card added may be a bird, and the rest have to be other cards, like maybe bunny. I was about to say mouse, but that's definitely a mouse. No, definitely a bunny. Wow. Daylight, craft, resolve the decree. Evening, score victory points. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. They can recruit, move, battle, and build. And then turmoil. If you cannot take any action, you fall into turmoil. First, your regime is humiliated. Lose 1 victory point per bird card in the decree. Then, your court is purged. Discard all of the cards in the decree except the 2 loyal vizier bird cards. Next, your leader is deposed. Flip your current leader face down and set it aside. Choose a new leader from the face up and place it on your faction board. Then tuck your loyal viziers into the decree spaces listed on your new leader. Finally, you rest in daylight and go to evening. Oh, wow. This seems a little bit tricky for me, but I think it's going to be awesome. Then we got the Woodland Alliance. So you're all about supporters, sympathy, and outrage. You are experts at guerrilla war. When defending in battle, the alliance uses the higher roll and the attacker uses the lower roll. Ooh, so it's a little bit tricky to go after them, but you have to go after them, otherwise they're going to spread and get too strong, and then you can't win. Revolt, spend 2 supporters matching a sympathetic clearing, remove all enemy pieces there and place the matching base. Spread sympathy, place a sympathy token in an unsympathetic clearing adjacent to a sympathetic clearing if possible. You must spend supporters, blah blah blah. Daylight, craft, mobilize and train. Evening, move, battle, recruit, organize. So they've got a lot going on. Vagabond, the lone wanderer. The vagabond cannot rule a clearing or stop another player from ruling one, but he is nimble, so he can move regardless of who rules his clearing. The vagabond only has 1 piece, the vagabond pawn. This pawn can move and battle just like a warrior, but is not a warrior and it cannot be removed from the board. So then we've got the exhausted, damaged, face up, face down, bird song for you to move around. Daylight, you can move, Battle, strike, which removes a warrior in your clearing. Explore, take 1 item from a ruin in your clearing and score 1 victory point. Aid, exhaust any 1 item and give a card from your hand matching your clearing to any player in the clearing. Then take 1 item, if any, from their crafted items box. Quest, claim a quest card, craft, repair, and then a special action, exhaust a torch to take the action listed on your character card. In the evening you can repair. Oh, that's a draw bonus. They're coins. I thought it was like a little golden box. Okay. Battling as the Vagabond, dominance cards. The deck has 4 dominance cards, 1 in each suit. Like ambush cards, these cards cannot be crafted, but they can be spent for their suit. When you discard or spend a dominance card for its suit, do not discard it. Instead, place it near the map. Any player during their daylight may pick up a dominance card near the map by spending a card of matching suit. Not sure about that, but we'll get there. This is all still under the Vagabond. No, it's not under the Vagabond. Changing your victory condition. Okay, forming a coalition as the Vagabond, because he's crafty. And then faction combinations for 2 players, 3 players, and 4 players. I'm guessing it's like suggested who should play against each other, so it's not too crazy. But I mean, 2 cats, 3 birds, 2 alliance, and 1 vagabond. Very interesting. So then the winter map setup. A warning, on the winter map, the randomness of clearing suits can introduce many new challenges to each faction. Keep the map's geography in mind when picking factions. So that's why they're double-sided with the forest, the winter forest on the other side. And then peace glossary, you've got the warriors, buildings, the runes. I know I saw a rune somewhere. The vagabond pawn, tokens, which are the circular ones, markers, which are the ones with our faces on it, and then items, which are the white ones. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I can't go through these others now, but you've pretty much got an idea. And I also sort of don't want to give too much away for something like Root, because, you know, the fun is in playing it yourself. So now all that's left for me to do is arrange my little tokens in hopefully my amazing and truly awesome containers that I have. Let's see how it goes. Pack the cards away. I'm glad they gave us baggies. I really like the baggies, but I'm going to try my little containers to see if I can make the setup a little bit easier. Well, when it's all laid out like this, you can definitely see who is the most stuff. The Marquise de Cat has a huge amount of stuff, and so does the Vagabond because of all the items they can use. So these are the colours I have: pink, red, yellow, green, blue, and I think definitely using the sort of closest colours I can get to whatever they are will be a good thing, and let's just see how it goes. I also have smaller containers. pretty much how I'd like it done. I've divided the cards into two, so it is like the main playing cards and then all of the character overview cards. I've put the Marquise de Cat in the pink, and because there were so many warriors, I did have to put some in the little token side. That's fine. Also pink, just because like I had it as a color, is the clearing tokens. And then we've got yellow for the Vagabond, we've got blue for Eyrie Dynasty, and then we've got green and the dice for the Woodland Alliance. And hopefully now things are just going to fit back into the box, but if they don't, I can just remove the insert. I mean, looking at this, I think I might have to remove the insert, right? So I could put the... Oops. Okay, note to self, don't put the board in the bottom. It's going to get stuck. And don't make a mess. Now, are these boards going to stick? Yeah, for some reason they don't go like all the way to the bottom on this corner. I wonder if it's been warped or something. Okay, and then hopefully doing this will create the elevation I need to be able to put them safely down. Let's put that down. See, that goes in just fine. I can put the player boards in, and then this nice big one, and these two little ones, and then that's it. I got some spare packets out of this and some spare white tokens, so boom, that's it for Root. I am so incredibly excited. This is going to be amazing. I'm loving even more of these asymmetric games where you have got a great team of people, everyone's doing something else, you've no idea who's going to be winning, and then all of a sudden, bam, someone wins and you're like, oh, well, next time I'll try that one, maybe I can be better at it. And I think the theme is so cute, I think the art is stunning, the quality is brilliant, and hopefully when I play, I'm going to absolutely love it. So that was Root.